What's up guys, welcome back to LFC Pro fans with me Calvin. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video it is going to be my predicted lineup and my thoughts about the upcoming EFL Cup game against Derby away from home at Pride Park. I think it's tomorrow night. Yeah, it's tomorrow night. So I look forward to that game. It's obviously not going to be as easy as the Burton game in the last round. Derby haven't been particularly great this season championship, the 50-50, but I still think it'd be a tough game. It won't be a easy 5-0, something like that, a lot of goals win like it was against Burton. But this is my thoughts on the game. My lineup, my predicted lineup. I hope Jurgen Klopp gives Karius his first professional. I know he's playing the friendlies, but I mean professional competitive Liverpool debut by starting him. I want to see him in goal, give him a try against Derby, and then I want to definitely see him against Hull this week in the league game at Anfield this Saturday. So I want to see Karius in goal. The back four: Klein, Lovren, Matip, and I want to see at left back Milner again, because I think Milner played against Chelsea at left back. Yeah, he did. He did alright. Did 50-50, did alright. So that's all I want to see at left back. In midfield, 4-3-3. I want to see, who is it? Wijnaldum. Emre Can's still injured, isn't he? Emre Can. So Wijnaldum, Hendo, and I want to see Grujic. I want to see Marco Grujic. He needs to play definitely. So Grujic, Hendo, and Wijnaldum in that midfield. And up front, I want to see Sadio Mane. I want to see Firmino instead of Coutinho on the wing. Put Coutinho on the bench, rest Coutinho a bit, but put Firmino because he's effective. It was like against Leicester. Didn't play against Chelsea because he had a minor injury, but hopefully he's back. But I don't know if he's going to be back. I don't know. Probably rest him again, so it could be Coutinho on that wing. So I have to go with Coutinho for that if Firmino's still injured. It was only a minor injury. Could be back this week, but probably too early to predict for tomorrow's game. So I'm going to say Sadio Mane and Coutinho on both the wings. And striker, I think we should rest Sturridge and have probably Origi up front or Danny Ings. Danny Ings, I don't know what the hell is going on. I mean, you guys tell me. You probably don't know as well, but I mean, what's going on? But why is Jurgen Klopp? That's the question I want to ask you guys. I mean, a question I want to ask Jurgen actually. Why is Jurgen Klopp, not playing Danny Ings? Okay, I understand. For the first two I'm talking about, start lineup, it's always hard to get in there. But I mean, the bench I'm talking about. There's no sign of him on the bench. Every game this season, he's not been. Well, as far as I've seen, he's not been on the bench. For the Chelsea game, Leicester game, the Burnley game, the Arsenal Spurs, you know what I mean? I've not seen him, not even on the bench. I'm talking about. I mean, he's in Jurgen's. It looks like in Jurgen's opinion, he's not even good enough for the bench. I mean, Sturridge and Origi haven't done anything for league games for us this season. I mean, I want to Danny Ings and Grujic are the two, and Danny Ings is still at young age, are the two young players that have that have impressed in pre-season. They've scored goals against Fleetwood, Wigan, the games in England, Huddersfield, know that in pre-season, and still Jurgen Klopp does not pick. I'm surprised about Grujic not getting in the first team. Sometimes on the bench, you know what I mean? He's good enough to be in that midfield. I know our midfield's good, you know what I mean? I would take him out and put Hendo. Take Hendo out and put him in next to Wijnaldum, or if it's Emre Can or Lallana, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But talk about Danny Ings, I'm a bit pissed off about, because I met the guy, when he was injured and he was still with Burnley back in 2014. I met him somewhere local. He was come down, you know what I mean? And it's when Burnley was playing stuff, and it was near the end of their season stuff. And but I'll tell you something. I think it was the season they were going to come up to the Premier League. They were still in the Championship and they were going to come up to the Premier League, but then they went down the season after, and now they come up again. So I'm just a bit pissed off because I really like Danny Ings, and he's a really good player, young, hungry for goals, and it just annoys me that Jurgen Klopp. It annoys me that Jurgen Klopp still got, this kind of bad blood with Sacco. You know what I mean? He's even said that he's not starting him. He's not playing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I respect Jurgen Klopp. I always wanted him to be manager at Liverpool. That when it was between him and Ancelotti, now who's at Bayern Munich, who's replaced Guardiola, I still wanted Jurgen Klopp. I love his personality. He's a fantastic manager. He took Borussia Dortmund to the final. He unfortunately didn't win it in the end. The Champions League final, it was at Wembley against Bayern Munich a few years ago. We saw what he could do last season, Jurgen Klopp, by taking us to 2 finals. Unfortunately not winning, but hopefully this is our season, and I can feel it because he's brought his own players in, he's improved the old ones, and they feel a lot more confident, and this is his first full season, and I feel really a lot confident about the season. We started off all right, despite losing to Burnley, which was like a fluke. You know what I mean? It wasn't real, and I don't know. Danny Ings, he's a class player. He is a class player, and he's you know what I mean? He's unfortunate with injuries, and we get Origi with injuries, we get Sturridge with injuries. I mean, Jurgen Klopp's a class manager. He's done well for us this season. He should understand that, and look, that Danny Ings is a very good player. He really is a very good player, and he deserves. If he doesn't, you know what I mean? He deserves a start tomorrow. He's good enough for that game. Come on, he's good enough to start for that game. I mean, to be honest, I think he's good enough to get the nod ahead of Daniel Sturridge. I said it. I think he is. In league games, I mean, Origi over. You know what I mean? Probably, but I mean, Sturridge has not impressed me. Besides scoring, 2 goals against Burton. I mean, he's not done that well in league games and stuff. I mean, the rotation and stuff, and I want to see Danny Ings. I don't want him to go. I really don't want to go. We've got 3 strikers. You count Firmino probably as a striker if you want, because people are going to say that. But he's not a striker to me. We played him there, he scored a few goals, you know what I mean? But he's better on the wing, Firmino. He's more effective on the wing. So basically, we've just got 3 strikers. We've got rid of Balotelli and Benteke, thank God. But Danny Ings, I want to see play in tomorrow's game. I really do. Let me know what you guys think down below. I try and reply to people time and stuff, but let me know below. One of my questions for you guys and one of the topics. But back to the Derby game. My thoughts on the Derby game. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think we might concede. You don't know. We might concede. Depends if Karius plays. He'll probably play Mignolet. I think we'll win. I'm going to say it 3-1. It won't be easy, but I feel like we're going to, easy get goals and stuff like that. I think I'm going to say it 3-1. I think Mane's going to score. If Origi plays, and I'm going to say it Grujic if he plays. Grujic. If he didn't play, I'm going to say. No, I'm just going to say it as it is, just like that. It's hard to say. The EFL Cup's still a cup. It's not the biggest cup. It's under the FA Cup. But we've won it in the past. Won it in 2012 against Cardiff when it was previously known as the Carling Cup. And after that it's called the Capital One Cup. Now it's called the EFL Cup. I mean, I'm still, wants to win this cup. You've got one to win all the cups. You know what I mean? I'm not saying this cup is nothing. I know people don't see this cup as important, but I still see this cup like any other cup. Still important. I mean, and yeah. So I'm looking forward to that game, and I hope in the whole game. I'll do my thoughts on that as well, but I'm not confident about that game. I know they got thrashed 4-1 at their ground against Arsenal last weekend, and our attack's good, but I mean Hull have been funny and we've always struggled against small teams. We've bigged ourselves up, we've beaten the bigger teams like Chelsea and all that and Arsenal, and then suddenly we lose to smaller teams. Not being disrespectful, but we lost to teams not as big as Chelsea and Arsenal and, you know, Spurs, we've not done as well. And you know, but I'm confident. I'm going to do my video after the derby game, probably Thursday, Friday, of the my pre-match thoughts and stuff. But that's my thoughts, guys, for the Liverpool derby game, plus the Danny Ings topic. So let me know what I've been talking about in this video, what you think below, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.